What is your favorite holiday and why?
Oh, holidays. I like lots of holidays, but I think maybe Christmas is my favorite. Christmas would be my favorite because it is the holiday when we celebrate the birth of Jesus. And having lived in Frederick all my life, they certainly do celebrate it well here. We sometimes get snow, and to have a white Christmas is fun. And they decorate the churches and the downtown area in a nice manner. So I always have wonderful time and wonderful memories of Christmas.
What do you like to do for
For
fun?
fun, I have a dog named Buddy, and I like to walk Buddy. He likes to walk with me, so I walk with him. We take walks, and the other fun I like to have is to play golf.
Okay. What advice would you give current students at St. John's?
Oh, I think listening to their teachers and working as hard as they can in school, and everything turns out just fine if they do that.
Thank you, Mr. Kearns, for taking the time to come back to St. John's.
Thank you, Brian. It's always a pleasure.
This is Rachel St. Kearns, here live to interview Miss O'Hara. In what year did you attend St. John's?
Okay, Rachel, I'm going to turn the tables on you. Let me ask you a question.
What?
Is 20 years a long time?
Kinda, yeah.
30.
Wow. What about...
Is 30 a long time?
Well, yeah.
How about 40?
Pretty longer.
50.
Really long.
Well, the answer to your question is I came to St. John's School on 2nd Street in 1956, which is 50 years ago, and I was in the 8th grade at the time. So when I came in, and when I left St. John's was 1961, and that's the year that you heard that Mr. Kearns was at St. John's, so I was there before him.
Wow. What about St. John's has changed the most over the years?
Well, in thinking about that, I came up with 3 significant changes that I think have taken place. The first one was when I came to St. John's, we were taught exclusively by nuns. In fact, it was not exclusive because there was one lay teacher in the whole school. So one of the changes was then that the nuns left in 1972, and that was a significant change to the school when they left. And then we had to rely on lay teachers. So not only did it affect the religious atmosphere in the school, it affected the whole parish community. A second one is when I came to St. John's, the 2nd Street location had both elementary and high school in the same building. So a significant change then was when we moved in 1959 out to Butterfly Lane, out to Prospect Hall for the high school. So the high school was no longer downtown, it was on Butterfly Lane. And then the third significant change was when we started adding so many new classes. If I were to come back here and there were a time warp and I didn't know what had happened in the interim, I would be so surprised at how much more is offered to students now than when we were in school. We didn't have PE, we didn't have music classes, we didn't have computer classes, we didn't have Spanish, we didn't have a Quest program. So there were so many specials that you have now that we did not have when we were in elementary school. So those are 3 changes that I think are really significant.
How has being a former student at St. John's influenced your life?
Well, I think the fact that I was a student here and now I'm back as a teacher provides continuity in my life, so and a balance in my life, so that I can see, for the continuity, I can see what it was like, because I know what it was like to have been a student here, and now being a teacher, it's like coming full circle, that you can see both sides of education, of Catholic school education.
And to have more people coming out. And this year year I think we've done very well in getting a lot of new families involved, and we look forward to meeting them and working with them throughout the year.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Up next, we're going to hear a song from Kent Courtney.
You know, I grew up right around the corner from Notre Dame Seminary in the Archdiocese of New Orleans. And I used to even ride my bicycle, you know, in the seminary, you know, going in. There was a beautiful place, and I didn't realize what a revolution was going on within those halls until when I was at my girlfriend's church at Our Lady of Lourdes, and all of a sudden they started playing guitar at Mass. And I thought, this is so cool. This is really wonderful just to be able to hear people play guitar and sing and stuff like that. And the music was so wonderful. I just, you know, I loved the music. It really made a lot of difference to us, you know, listening to this in the Mass. And I'd like to play one of those songs that was, you know, from that era of change in the way we did music. From 1969, in fact, this song is. It was mandated by Sacrosanctum Concilium, one of the documents of the Vatican II Council, that you could actually do music of the people in church. And so this was interpreted as music of the people in church. And now, of course, it's a standard. Look beyond the bread you eat, see your Savior and your Lord. Beyond the cup you drink, see His love poured out His blood. Give us a sign that we might believe in You. Moses had manna from the sky. Look beyond the bread you eat, see Your Bible stories, making friends, being good spirits, and music, what I like about
St. John's Regional Catholic School is a privilege, not a right. You can go to any other school and get an education, but the quality of the education here at St. John's is outstanding. I've been going to the school since first grade, and I have loved every minute of it. My last day at St. John's on 2nd Street was very sad. I was leaving behind 5 years of great memories. I was happy, though, because the new school is filled with many nice things, such as the science lab and the computer room. I do not just like St. John's because of the nice things we have here. I like it for the nice people we have. The first people you see when entering the school are our administrators, such as our receptionist, Mrs. H., our principal, Mrs. Smith, and our vice principal, Mr. Furr. All of these people really care about the school and put a lot of effort into running it. All of the teachers are great. They have many different styles of teaching, which are all informative and fun.
Quest is a program that helps students find their talents and then nurture them. We also have a program called Channel 1 every morning. This is where we get the latest news. It is specially designed for middle school and high school children, so the news is always appropriate.